have just entered the KBMOD podcast. Keyboard plus mouse or die.
Welcome everyone to episode 53 of the KBMOD podcast.
Most enthusiastic intro.
Yeah, that was really good.
Hello!
Right now we have a smaller group than we will have in a bit. Scott is out killing numerous people on LA's freeways with road rage, and John is stuck on a San Francisco train. So who knows what that actually means.
A runaway train.
So right now we got Brandon, we got Hex Redux, and we got Alex, and of course myself. And Nick Fenton couldn't be here because he is lodged in the jet engine of the 777.
He's in the baggage claim compartment.
Not sure what's up with him, but we'll see. We'll see if he makes it back alive next week. So, yeah. So, what's up, guys? How's it going?
It's going well.
Good.
Good?
It's good.
It's good. So, I'll start with Alex, because I know what this answer is already. What have you been playing this week?
The 2012 London Olympic Games.
Nice, dude. Nice. Which, does anyone remember, speaking of Olympic games, does anyone remember the running pad for regular Nintendo?
Yes.
That thing was fucking legit, dude. Used to just.
Do you remember dinosaurs, Dan?
Wow. Nick Fenton does. I don't know. Jesus.
I'm not actually playing the Olympic Games. I'm just watching them.
Oh, okay.
Because they have those
thanks.
shitty. They have those shitty tie. No, because they have those shitty tie-in games where it's like button mashing for all sports.
Yeah, you can buy it now on Steam if you want.
Okay. And sometimes I play Daisy. That's it.
Yeah. No, not sometimes. A lot.
All the time.
Alex rage quit the other night too. It was sweet.
It wasn't because I died. It was because there were too many people talking, and if I need a shout out, I need a call out, and no one's responding, I get mad, so I leave.
Yeah, Daisy.
Perfectly valid.
Daisy.
If I'm like, is that a sniper on the building, and no one responds, and I get shot by the sniper,
and not gonna have a good time.
Rage.
Obviously.
Yeah, I played some more DayZ this week, and I finally, because if you listen to last week's podcast, I was kind of down, at least like my initial impressions. But after grouping up and playing quite a bit this weekend, it is a lot of fun. It's definitely like the most tense gaming experience I think I've had in a while, because there's always that chance, like when you see another person, there's that shriek of terror, because even if you're just trying to meet up with someone, and like if you see another person, it's just so scary. I only saw. I actually didn't even see them. Like I was getting shot at as I was running towards our group, and I was still a few kilometers away, and I just all of a sudden I'm getting shot at and hear bullets whizzing by me. Legitimately, the most terrifying gaming moment of this year so far.
Yep. Oh, Scott Fisher.
I had a very similar experience where I was in Starry and I was getting out, and I had been hit and I was bleeding, and I got shot at, so I ducked under a tree and literally sat there for 10 minutes waiting this guy out, and then started, and I was like blurry, I had like 3,000 blood, I started crawling for another 10 minutes to the tree line, and then when I got to the tree line and I was safe, I was like, what other game would I put up with this kind of shit for?
Yeah.
I spent 20 minutes trying not to die. That's mess. Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, Alex and I met up in Palana the other night. I think that's the name of the town. Palana. And I went into the grocery store and found like a tent and a Lee Enfield and all this great stuff. And then I accidentally shot the Lee Enfield. It's which is like the loudest gun in the game, except for like a 50 cal. And that was the most tense moment for me, because then every zombie in Palana came into the grocery store, but they couldn't see me because I was prone, like behind a counter. So like literally like 50 or 60 zombies just passed through while I laid there. It was terrifying. And then Alex aggroed the whole town immediately afterwards. So
yeah, I lost my 50 cal in that fucking supermarket.
Yes, you did.
See, I had like the exact opposite experience when Ball and I played, and I lost the video footage for this because audio didn't work. Oh god. Speaking of DayZ,
So Scott Fisher's here.
Hey. What's going on, guys?
Zombie Scott Fisher is here.
What-
All right. Go ahead, Jack, because I'll go into what I was playing after this because it involves Scott.
where I was playing and immediately saw someone. I was running away from zombies, and we were playing on a recruit server, so they give you this little crazy like dots that show you what color, like, oh, zombies are white and teammates are green or whatever. And I saw a green dot, and he was running the opposite direction, so I immediately turned, followed him, and just typed, "Wait, let me love you," and ran after him as fast as possible. And his only response was ... and he ran in the opposite direction.
Let me love you. But yeah. So I think all of us have been playing DayZ except maybe Scott. But
Yeah.
I have, and this has to do with Scott. I have been playing Battlefield 3.
Yeah. Way to get on that bandwagon finally, Daniel.
Close
After one
quarters,
of your
man.
fans bought you the game
That's true.
using
That
the
is-
fans.
But whatever. As long as you're playing it, I don't care.
Speaking of, does anyone have a 50 cal they want to give me?
yeah.
Because I lost mine in the menus and I'm still kind of buttered about it.
We signed that thing where we cannot use our e-fame for evil. You know this. So
I
I
signed
guess that's not
nothing.
evil.
I signed nothing.
So if anyone wants to buy me Battlefield 3, my Steam name, I'll put it in the chat for you.
It's I swear to God though, it is only good for close quarters.
No, I want to get into DayZ. I just don't know if I'm ready for that level of commitment just when the frustration starts.
I also feel like you get so mad sometimes.
Yeah. Would I just...
that
I don't know if I can
will
handle it.
just-
Yeah, you
You'll
may
die.
rage.
What happens though is like if you have to realize at certain points that you really, if you have like one assault rifle and like not that much ammo, you really don't have a whole lot.
Yeah,
So it's not like I'm gonna try to pull John in. It's not like you lost everything in the world. It actually does.
It's kind of like a crack addiction too. There's nothing to do in DayZ. Like there's no goal. So if you die, you just
survive, right?
amass some more guns, and then you get hungry, so you find more food, and then when you're hungry more, you find more food, and then you stop like 4 hours later, and you've accomplished nothing.
Yeah,
you really
really
enjoyed playing, but you've
It's
done
like the
nothing.
ultimate Facebook game.
Yeah, it kind
It's
of
like
is.
Farmville.
Yeah, I was just
Giant-
about to say, did you just compare DayZ to Farmville? 'Cause that's
It's Zombieville.
I think the key, as I found out, is you want to play with people who are already familiar with the game. Otherwise, you'll just bang your head against the wall. Once I actually was playing with a group that had equipment and kind of knew what they were doing, I actually enjoyed it. But my first couple hours when I was just like messing around by myself, trying to get a feel for the game, don't even bother. Like you need to play with other people, or there's really no point.
And a huge thing which they may fix at some point in the patch, find veteran servers. I didn't know this for a while, but beginner servers show player names,
Mm-hmm.
and you can actually sometimes see them through buildings and stuff. So you're easy fodder for snipers on beginner servers. So
Yeah.
I would definitely look into getting veteran servers. They can be harder because there's no crosshairs and shit like that, but it's definitely the better way. But yes, I've also been playing BF3, and I'm telling you guys. Also, adaptive VSync changed my life last night.
You tweeted about that. I saw that.
Oh my goodness!
That's the only way to play Battlefield 3.
Yeah, best
you have-
$120 game you ever bought, eh? Yeah, fun.
I only bought one DLC, not premium.
Wait, Dan, you're telling us about Battlefield 3? I'm sorry. We've been talking
Yeah.
about Battlefield 3 for a while.
So we told you about Battlefield 3.
It's true. No, and I fully am eating crow on this at this point. So
Yeah.
I should have spent my $60 elsewhere back in the day. Although I would have enjoyed the game less than.
I
Close
remember
Quarters.
all your post BF3, post Modern Warfare 3 tweets.
Yeah.
Dude, you were...
Bob
yeah.
going ham on BF3, you going hard on Modern Warfare.
You know what?
3.
I'm going to go Google some of those tweets right now. Go ahead and continue. And I will find some of them. Infinite sad. BF3.
Is this going to happen again once Torchlight 2 comes out?
Actually, you'll just find all my recent positive tweets.
Yeah, probably.
You'll find- no, Torchlight 2 is.
It's okay.
I mean,
Torchlight 2 is never going to come out, though.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Torchlight never come out, so we're all right there. Yeah, but that Modern Warfare 3 honeymoon was very short-lived.
Yeah.
So,
That's like if you went on your honeymoon and you realized your wife was a dude. It's like, oh God, what happened?
Actually, I think most of us who did actually buy Modern Warfare 3, we'd go back in time. We probably would have either just bought Battlefield 3 or not, just not bought Modern Warfare 3 at all. I don't think many people would have if they could go back.
I don't know.
Except for
it gave me the opportunity to make one Modern Warfare 3 video that apparently, according to Spawn Trap, is the best Modern Warfare 3 video.
Which one? You made one?
I did. I made exactly one.
Did Tribes Ascend put it up on its Facebook?
Yeah, I was just about I was about to say, how does that work with Tribes? I'm confused. I can't see Brandon ever.
No, the last time I played Modern Warfare 3, I think was like January, and I actually finally uninstalled it the other day.
Yeah, I uninstalled it the other day too. I played with Orb not the other day, but like sometime in June. And that was it. That was the last time. But I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with the close quarters maps.
Close quarters is that? Yeah, dude.
It's just really difficult, actually, because I didn't get premium. It's really. I will say this: their server browser is the most fucked up shit I've ever come across in my life. The Battlelog server browser, plus the fact that all the good servers are premium only, pretty much.
Yeah, that's garbage.
So it's really difficult for me, in particular, to find a good server.
So you just bought the DLC pack for close quarters?
Yeah, because I wasn't going to spend
$100,
$100.
Yeah.
Even though half of it wasn't my money, I still wasn't going to spend $100 to get premium for a game that maybe I open it up and play it, and now I'm out $50. I'm like, if I don't like it, so.
Yeah.
And I actually don't like the bigger maps still, but the close quarters is awesome. What have you been playing, Hex?
I played some DayZ, and died immediately several dozen times. Although the one game I played with Bob, where I'm sure everybody's seen me apparently push him off a lighthouse because he's been screaming it from the high heavens on Twitter.
Every time, can I just say, anytime an injustice is done to Bob, he loves to take to Twitter and just try to let no one ever forget about it.
Because he can't go tell his family about it.
No, because his family's like, fuck you, Bob. Go provide for us. We don't give a fuck about you.
Well, listen. I literally work in the cube next to Bob now. So at work, he's literally like, oh, yeah, we're playing DayZ. Do you remember that time that Hex pushed me off the lighthouse once at work? Like, it's work, dude. Leave it on Twitter.
Bob is best grudge keeper NA.
He is. But Bob is also...
That's been Bob since he was 13. So that hasn't changed in...
God, there's something about pushing Bob's buttons and getting him to just
Dude,
forget.
are you now seeing this? That was high school for me. It was amazing. It was a great experience.
Bob doesn't have buttons though. Bob has one button, and it makes him really mad.
And once it goes off, there's no telling what might happen.
Well, I've told some of you about this. I don't know if I mentioned on the podcast. There's this kid named Capsar who's actually written an article for us once, way back. But I went to high school.
Right? A tech blog.
Yeah. He works for AMD now. Actually, he works in R&D for AMD, which means he's probably not doing much because they're not making much.
He should get Catalyst Guy to do something again.
But him and Bob, they were the two guys that it was like, let's try to piss them off like, as much as possible, because their reactions were always really genuine and really angry at everything. So what we would do is try to get the two of them to argue with each other. And it was just
explosive. There was
a study hall I had with two of them my senior year. It was the greatest hour of the day. It was amazing.
So yeah, I played some DayZ, had some fun with that, but I found that game is only fun in a group. Like I tried to play by myself a couple times, was like, I love
it by myself.
Yeah, I'm with Alex. I love it by myself. Now that I know what I'm doing, I love it by myself.
I would so much rather be on Vent with like a group of people where you can like collaborate and see where stuff's at. I've had more fun doing it on Skype or Vent and playing it that way. Aside from that, let's see. I went through the massive Steam sale gluttony purchase that I made. So I played some Arkham City, which is really good. I've played some Saints Row 3, which is... I was not crazy about that game when it first came out, but now that I own it, like legitimately own it, instead of just like renting it, running around on the PC and beating the crap out of people with a dildo bat is like my favorite stress reliever of all time now. Like I came home from work the other day, I was all pissed off. I was like, no, fuck this. Nick Fenton dildo bash. Bam! Smack the crap out of people. Instantly feel better because my character is just Nick Fenton. Like the guy with a little pedo mustache and like a bow tie. That's really all it is.
It was funny. I don't know where Nick Fenton is right now. I missed this. Where is he? Is he not?
His house, the air conditioning broke, so they have like industrial fans going. So his mic sounds like he's in a jet engine. So, he can't.
That's such a fucking Nick Fenton excuse. Like,
Oh my god.
God.
Only in Minnesota. And he was so depressed about leaving LA. That's horrible to go back to that. But I asked him, I was like inquiring about the mustache. I was like, why don't you just grow it all the way out? Like, why do you want to keep it a pedo stash? And he's like, dude, because it annoys people. As simple as that. That's why.
Nice.
And it really is. He is a dedicated troll in real life, dude. Because if I lived with that Nick Fenton, I would kill him. Because like I'll be sitting somewhere and I'll start rubbing his feet. Like I was at my desk and they'll start rubbing his feet, his dirty socks on my back. Over, I'm like, dude, stop it. And he's like, why, dude? Why? He's like, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm like, you're rubbing your feet on my back, Nick Fenton. It's gay. Stop it. And he like didn't understand why that would annoy me. He just didn't get it. And then I'd be like on my phone this weekend, and I'd be like texting someone. He's like, who you texting? Who you texting? Who you texting? Who you texting? Like that over and over again, pointing at me. Anyway.
Now you know what I had to deal with sleeping in the same bed with that
Nick
man.
Fenton sounds like overly attached BF.
He kind of is, man. He kind of is. But I love him.
Oh my
But
god.
it's all coming out now, Nick. You're not here, and I'm sharing all your secrets.
He is.
Okay.
Just
Now he's
throwing
gonna probably
that-
retort with the fact that my bathroom sink was dirty. Well, you know what? Fuck you. All right, it was.
So what have you been playing this week? Besides Nick Fenton.
Trying not to kill Nick Fenton. I knew what I was doing. I've been playing Blacklight a bunch. What else have we been playing? We played some Halo, which is not PC related, but we did play some Halo. I'm trying to think what else. Mostly Blacklight. That's about it. I haven't really branched out beyond Blacklight.
What level are you in Blacklight now?
With that, so it's fun. Yeah, that's it.
What level are you now in
I
Blacklight?
think I'm 21 or 22. It's really slowing down though.
Dude, that's when the wall hits pretty much. So, but also on Friday, we had, of course, the game night, and it was awesome. We maxed out Vent within like 5 minutes.
Of course.
Yeah, that I couldn't believe. I really didn't think we would max out 100 people,
Yeah,
but
cool.
we did.
It
People
was
were-
fun. It was a fun game night. Thanks for having me.
That's actually the best part of game night, believe it or not, was Mike Pollack thinking he was banned from the server because he couldn't get in because there were already 100 people.
Unban me, dude.
I like
That's
the
how I
Nick's
put it.
first
A series of
reaction.
tweets from
He
Mike.
sent me an angry. He sent me like an angry Steam message because he thought I banned him. It was the highlight of my night.
Oh, that's awesome. Was he saucing at this point? Shall we say? Was he drinking beverages?
No.
He was just
He's fine. Yeah, he actually came on and helped me run. I did Battlefield 3, and we found just an empty DM server, and he helped me out with that. But yeah. It was good. I think we played Battlefield 3, Tribes.
I did TF2 for like an hour and then I had to leave. I felt
BL
miserable for
upper.
leaving.
We had a really great turnout though. I mean, like all three channels seemed really hopping. So it was a lot of fun. We played some of the new Tribes maps and stuff.
So we'll fill you in on the August game night, guys. That is completely up in the air at this point due to PAX Prime.
Like,
Oh yeah, Dan PAX Prime.
And QuakeCon. So there's a lot going on in August. So I don't, we may have one, we may not in August. So we'll see.
it may be more impromptu.
Yeah. So it'll be a Friday, but
But Scott will be there as usual. So
yeah,
At the
Scott,
game
I mean,
night.
he's
Every night, guys, I'm always there. You guys, no one's ever talking to me. I trying to like get a hold of you guys. No one says anything.
I figures the one time I would leave early, Scott would show up.
That's right.
Yeah, that would
He was
be.
probably
He
just
knew. He was like, Hex left, I'm in.
he was just trying to get in the Ventrilo server and he couldn't.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
good.
right. That was it. I tried for hours, guys. I didn't even do anything else. It was like 4 hours of solid connect. Couldn't get in.
We now interrupt your scheduled programming to bring you an urgent broadcast from the front lines of America.
And we're going to start with who else messing something up but Ubisoft.
What a surprise.
So if you have, I don't think they've patched this yet. Oh no, they have pushed out a patch. Okay,
Yeah,
it
they
is in this
patched it.
article. So basically what happened is there was a Uplay, which is their stupid ass DRM, posed a huge security risk to PCs, and it was covered a lot of games. There was a plugin for your browser that did it. So if you have some Ubisoft games, which I know a lot of people have Assassin's Creed and things like that, even for PC, or even like Anno 2070, which I almost bought on the Steam sale. You should be good now. There's if you go to uplay.com, if you play those games regularly, you can get a reinstaller to put that patch on your computer. So, yeah.
Nice.
Ubisoft says it was patched only an hour and a half afterwards, but hey, you know them.
Is Alex just really slowly drinking his orange juice, or is he frozen? I can't.
He's
tell.
really laggy. Yeah, he's really laggy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
Right.
It's nice that Ubisoft
Not a model, dude.
not only forces us to be online, but also exposes our computers to security risks.
And gives no response
I
to
feel-
the fact that they did that after they patch it.
I feel like
Yep.
if you're going to give back to the community in a certain way, you might as well go all the way, right? They're giving us security exploits and DRM. I feel like it's a good package.
We're the 10,000 visitor to their site, so they're just helping
Yeah.
us out.
You know what I love? I love when Google Docs crashes in its own proprietary browser of Google Chrome. It's my fucking favorite.
Best is when YouTube does it. That's the best. So yeah, if you have Ubisoft games that you play regularly, Bob Post, you should probably update your stuff.
What is the Assassin's Creed? What's
Ass
this?
Creed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's all about
Creed.
Ass Creed.
I have
Um,
Assassin's Creed. It's not bad. I haven't played it in since the day it came out, but
But it's
it wasn't bad for those 18 minutes I spent playing.
worth the purchase.
It looked.
I
I mean,
do
it looks fantastic. It's gorgeous. I bought it just to look at the city.
I love when I have Steam games that I look at and it's 4 minutes played.
Yeah, I have too many
Like,
of those.
Yeah, but you paid $249 for it, so who cares?
it's a pretty good purchase.
Let me tell you about Dino Beatdown. What a purchase. Glad we really got behind that one when we did.
I think we lost Alex completely.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
No, I'm just trying to fix it.
that's okay. If you can't do video, you can't do video.
It's all right. If you have to get off the podcast, that's okay.
All right, dude. I'm not Nick Fenton. Come on.
Okay, I know.
I'm bringing the
I
plaid.
know you're not nearly as adorable as Nick Fenton.
This is a
Wearing
good time to remind
sunglasses?
all of our audio listeners that we stream this podcast live on Twitch now, so you occasionally will lose out on
Yeah,
some
sorry.
extra stuff if you're not watching live.
Terminator Alex right now with the sunglasses. So next up, Tribes Ascend patch. Go ahead, Brandon. I will admittedly, I did not look at the Twin Fuser.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
so we alluded to it, but we had our game night this past weekend, and we tried out the new Tribes patch. I gotta say, I think this is one of the biggest patches they've put out, probably in the past few months. Even they dropped 3 new weapons called the Twin Fusers, which frankly I don't think are that great. But I think the bigger news is there's a ton of balance changes that really changed the game, mainly around disc jumping. And so that's changed the dynamic of the game a lot. They added 2 new maps and just a lot of new changes. You can join as party now, so that's nice for people that
is
get in
nice.
servers. And
You listening, Blacklight? Add that.
possibly the best change in this patch is that they added voice packs that you can buy. And so there's an Aussie guy voice pack. There's a lesbian girl sounding voice pack,
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's
Simple
hot.
Foot sounding voice pack. Yeah, so
Did they scissor
now,
during the pack?
Oh, wow.
so now basically the voice
Is the pack called clitoral stimulation?
Oh, my pusita!
Oh
If it
god.
does not do that, then I'm not buying it. Sorry.
Wow.
Go ahead, Brandon. Didn't mean to derail you.
So anyway, the voice command system is now spammed probably too much, but that's a lot of fun. The only negative, really, a lot of these changes, in my opinion, were positive. I think they're really refining the game. But one thing they did recently is they changed the matchmaking, and when you're a high level, I think I'm level 36 or 37, they changed the matchmaking to the point where you can only get into one server in the public queue, because they'll put all of the high ranked players into the same server. And they don't put any bias. If you leave the match and rejoin the queue, it'll just throw you back in the server. So that's the only negative, really. The matchmaking, I think, needs to be tweaked. But other than that, I mean, honestly, Tribes just keeps getting better. I know we've said it before, but I think it's along with Blacklight, probably the 2 best free-to-play games out right now.
No, absolutely. And also chain gun nerf.
Team Fortress 2,
Amazing.
fuck you.
Are Are the two maps Capture the Flag or Deathmatch or?
They are Capture the Flag. One of them, so they've been added to custom servers. It seems like Hi-Rez has kind of been recently adding. They add new CTF maps to the custom server rotation before they hit the mainstream public queues. But one of the maps is pretty cool. It's called Permafrost, and it actually, depending on whether your generator is up, it changes the location of the flag. So it's pretty cool. Gameplay's a little more dynamic.
Yeah. So, and what is now? You and Hex were talking about the new spin fusers. It's twin fuser, and what's the other one?
It's three. There's
fuser.
There's a light,
Three?
a medium,
Okay.
and a heavy twin fuser. And
Right.
basically, they just fire 2 shots in succession that do less damage.
Right. And they
I don't-
They do way too little damage.
Yeah, I think they have their purpose. They're good for like clearing a flag stand, but they're just not. I don't think they'll replace the regular spin fuser for most
No.
people. And they're fairly expensive.
Yeah.
It sounds like they wouldn't be as satisfying as a regular spin fuser too.
No, they're not.
They
Because
do
like when you
shit
get
for
a
damage.
when you get a midair, it's like you won't get the kill because it only
Yeah.
does 400 or 500 damage. And
I
that's
think on the
that's
direct hit it does what 375. Like you can do a max of 750 with that thing.
Yeah, it's just
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
it's really. I think it's really more for disruption. Like if you're
Dude.
shooting down force fields or something, it
Right.
may be better, but I don't care for it.
Do both shots hit if you hit somebody, or can only one shot hit?
No, you like
sometimes?
fire once and then you click again and it fires a second time before you reload.
Oh, okay. All right. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did it fire 2 shots at once?
That
Or
would
was
almost be
No.
better.
It's kind of like a shotgun that has 2 shells before you reload. It's
Right.
sort of like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
But
Alright.
anyway,
Slam Tart says it's 476 direct hit.
yeah, it's
Oh, is it? Okay.
definitely not. I don't think it's really worth buying. But the new voice packs and stuff are really cool, and those like you can only buy those with gold. So I think adding stuff like that and kind of making the gameplay items a little bit cheaper, which I think they'll probably do over time, hopefully will give that game a good lifespan.
Yep.
Hey, excuse me, you're wrong, Brandon. My name is Slam Tart. It's 476 direct hit damage. Thank you. This has been Slam Tart. I'm out.
Spamfords. Can I just mention that we're on the subject of Spamfords? Worst Daisy player in the history of Daisy players.
Who is worst?
Slam Tarts?
Slam Tart.
Is
He's
the
fucking-
worst.
Nick Fenton. Nick
player.
Fenton was really bad.
Nick Fenton. Honestly, the only reason that you're ever a bad player is if you're so indecisive that you're asking the guy that's bleeding out on the ground, should I kill it? Should I kill the zombie? Yes. Fuck.
Immediately.
But yes. So, moving away from ripping on Slam Tarts.
I'm not
as
ripping on them,
awesome
I love
as
it.
that is, to a card we mentioned in the pre-show, and which will probably change our September build, guys. The 660 Ti is coming out, rumored August 16th.
Put it inside me.
That's a card we've been waiting for really since that 600 series got launched. And Brandon and I were talking about this a little bit. It's just like a slightly weaker 670, and I do mean slightly. I mean, it does have that narrower memory bus, so not 256 bits, 192 bit, but the speeds are all pretty much the same.
The thing is that those cards, once they get into the hands of EVGA and the other manufacturers, they're going to have those cards to where they're going to, an overclocked 660 Ti will be close to a stock 670.
Yeah.
And I think around that $300 price point is really the sweet spot for what you should spend on a graphics card. I mean, I have a 680 and I like it, but I also play games a lot more than the average person. I think for the average person's build, a 660 Ti is going to be obviously this generation's 560 Ti, which was the best.
Rock star for a while there.
I think the 560 Ti is legitimately the best budget card of all time.
I think you're right.
I don't think anybody can really argue that.
How long did it take us to put a 7000 series? What, June?
Yeah.
Finally?
And the
or no,
7850 is interchangeable with the 560 Ti. You're not going to see much difference there at all.
Right. The 7850 and the 560 Ti are kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would almost almost go with a 560 Ti just because NVIDIA's drivers are better.
Yeah,
But-
NVIDIA is so much better.
Well,
And the 500 series has adaptive VSync. So why don't you guys tell
yes,
everybody how
it
good that
does.
is?
$500s?
If you guys watching the podcast have never played with adaptive VSync on your cards, turn it on in your NVIDIA control panel, and go play BF3. It is the greatest thing in the world. It's like silky
amazing.
smooth.
Doing that.
Yep.
It's glorious.
And BLR too.
Yeah, Blacklight is great too.
Yeah, that works really well for both games.
Two 660 Ti's in SLI is going to be pretty
Yeah,
beast.
it's going to be beast mode.
Plus,
Yeah.
you'll probably be able to get one between 250 and 300 up front, and then see what the performance is like, and then maybe add another one 6 months down the road to get that extra boost. Plus, you don't have to deal with crossfire drivers.
So, be on the lookout for that card. August 16th, like I said, is the rumored release date.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything since then to be concrete on that. But moving on to a topic we discussed last week, actually, in our I believe it was last week, in the rant/roundtable about why console development is a piece of shit with the $40,000 patches and all that kind of stuff. And the creator of Braid, Jonathan Blow, who is an interesting guy, to say the least, regardless, he went on a little rant on why it's terrible. And he used the example of the do not turn off your console save warning. And that warning is not baked into the Xbox. So, like, he's saying it should have been baked into the Xbox's software, that whenever a save was reached on a game, it would put it up, like the Xbox would put it up. But he said, this is amazing. If they did this, there would be fewer things to certify, like less code for them to have to do. Certification would cost a little less and take a bit less time. This is just removing the if there was an API built in instead of that message that they had to program in every single time there was a save. So let's say you save 3 days of development and testing per game. This is conservative. The real amount can be substantially higher. Now add up how many games have been released just on the Xbox 360, multiply that number by 3 days, and what you get is over a decade of developer time that was wasted. Just from the Xbox not having a very good API to work with. So he's basically saying he doesn't think either that the next-gen consoles will fix the issues at all. He said whatever they do is likely not to be enough. Their competitors are not stopping either, as far as Steam, Origin, all kinds of online distribution. So he's a pretty smart guy, if you've ever played Braid. So he doesn't think there's a very good end in sight for console development. So, I mean, thumbs up to that, really. So he also laments the dashboard here quite a bit. Can anyone look at the 360 or PS3 dashboards and legitimately say those are products of an entity that deeply cares about the user?
No.
No, not at all. So, yeah, so that's good news for us on the PC. And Valve will never stop making something that will be a step ahead. That's just what they do.
It's nice to hear the indie devs speaking out, because obviously the AAA studios, they're gonna that's where the Xboxes that's their bread and butter. But the indie devs, I think that's where the PC has traditionally been, the superior platform for those games, and now we're really hearing it outright from the people making those games that it really is expensive and time consuming to develop for console.
Oh yeah. Oh well, if anybody saw Indie Game the movie, like if you look at how Team Meat was treated when they tried to get Super Meat Boy onto the Xbox Live Marketplace, like they were guaranteed all this advertising, and then the game launched and it didn't happen, and they had a really difficult time of patching it. And Fez now is also having that same thing where there's a very long process to get any of your patches ready to go and approved by Microsoft. So a lot of indie developers are just saying like, no, we don't want to do consoles.
So, but on a positive note, that is a positive note actually for PC, but on some big news, and I actually can't find. I'm on the PlanetSide 2 website right now, and I can't figure out whether it's actually started. It does not appear to have started yet. So, but PlanetSide 2 beta is supposedly here. Was supposed to be here today. Today or tomorrow was what one of the developers said. So if you got a PlanetSide 2 beta key, hard scope the site there because it may be coming up soon. No telling how much of a clusterfuck that will be just in the initial beta, just because of the sheer scale of everything. But it's delayed. It got delayed. Thank you, J-Dog. One of our astute readers has said it has been delayed. So better to delay it and come out with a better product. But I am super excited for this. I don't even have a beta key, but I did sign up to get one, but have not got one yet.
I didn't mention it in what we've been playing because if I were potentially playing a game like this, I not necessarily be able to tell you that. But I can tell you that the game that I did play this weekend that was not PlanetSide 2 was interesting, but may have a lot of work to do before it's released.
I thought it wasn't open yet. Oh, it's not?
Well, again, this is all just speculation on a game that I did not necessarily...
Open beta is Friday. Okay. All right, that's what I'm seeing. Open beta is Friday is what I'm seeing. So...
Who is it? Who is it? Who used to work who worked for Twitch that works for PlanetSide now? It's Caster for CS. Why can't I think of his name?
He didn't work for Twitch.
Or whatever.
Wizenheimer.
He did production for us. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
He's working for PlanetSide. He's I guess he's doing their esports management or stuff.
Yeah,
but he's a brilliant mind when it comes to making an FPS game work. So if there's any hope for PlanetSide to be a decent competitive game and balanced game, it's going to be because of him.
Well, I have high hopes for this game. I really do. It's free to play, if I'm not.
Yeah. Well, my thing though is I have absolutely no interest in a competitive MMO FPS. I just want to experience 1,000 people shooting each other.
Yeah,
that's all I care about. I don't care. I don't care if it's not balanced.
I just want to see how long it takes Sony to ruin it. That's what I really want to see.
One patch.
We'll probably have a good year or so before they really do damage.
Yeah. Because Sony puts out a really great game, and then they're just like, yeah, let's patch the fun right the fuck out of this. It'll be amazing.
That's like the second thing on when they release a game, patch the fuck out of it, fun out of it.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
Star Wars Galaxies, PlanetSide 1.
Patch the fun right out.
Star Wars Galaxies lasted a long time. It took a while to fuck that up.
Well,
it was fucked up from the start with Jedis, but still.
Yeah.
It took them long enough to completely break the game.
It was a deeply flawed game that they then decided to revamp and make even more deeply flawed.
Yeah.
How flawed can we make this?
Mull that one over for a second.
It was like a Peter Molyneux experiment.
How many will be left playing at the end?
I call this one torture.
I haven't heard any. We reported on it about.
We got to check into that because I want to know what's at the center of that cube.
I'm gonna shit that thing, dude.
Yeah.
But next we have. This is a kind of a quick story. Ooh, were you say something about PlanetSide there?
No, I was just gonna say it's. I again under NDA I did not play this game, but I've heard that that it had some crashing issues and it's definitely it's not ready for prime time yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
that delay is a good call.
So up next, if your Minecraft wasn't quite good enough graphics for you, there is a mod that's out now, a shader mod.
I saw the screenshots.
And my goodness.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's called Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders. If we allowed links in chat, I would link it, but you can probably Google that. And it's got reflective water. The water looks like water.
Looks like World of Warcraft's water.
Yeah, it looks like World of Warcraft water, which in my opinion is the best water in any game. Yes, I have an opinion on game water.
Well,
but the sun looks really, really awesome. Didn't change, the voxel of anything else, but the lighting is just absolutely fantastic. So, Yeah, Nick Fenton with a good point in chat there, contributing even from the jet engine of a 747. Better looking Minecraft equals more unstable in most cases. I have heard that, but he hasn't tried this one yet. He says
it still Minecraft?
Yeah, it's definitely still.
All right,
Minecraft.
not playing then.
Wow, dude!
You could build a dick, and the way you have the sunlight flowing around the dick in the pool of water could be really, really good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I kind of wish we had the KBMOD server still. We do have the world somewhere, but
That's the only thing. Like, I've played so much Minecraft at this point. I don't even if you make it prettier, it's still the same game. Like, it's a good game. I've played it. I played it to death.
But I think a little bit of pretty lighting would be nice.
Yeah, I mean it'd be great, but like, how many times can you build an 18-story erect penis
Never
before
stops,
it gets
dude.
boring?
Mine Z, man.
You can do it a lot. You can do it. I've done it a lot of times. And
Yeah,
it's
were you-
still great.
Yeah. The KBMOD server was just a mess.
What was the reason that was finally? It was just too hard to manage to
It's
maintain.
too hard to do. I'll tell you what, man. Mad props to Justra and his crew over there, because that is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Running a Minecraft server. The amount of mods you run and stuff is just like, I mean, it's insane. And we weren't even that intricate. We had 2 worlds. That was pretty much the most crazy thing we had. And it's crazy. So, all right, up next is something right up Scott's alley. Jesus God, Slender Man Source.
Yeah.
Multiplayer Slender Man.
It's gonna be epic.
Multiplayer Slender Man game. I love the way this is written in PC Gamer too. Good news, everybody! A different team are creating a version of Slender Man in the Source engine. Yeah, you'll be able to play multiplayer, and you have to collect creepy dolls while trying to avoid the Slender Man. No weapons. They have just a couple, I think it's like beta shots of it, but I don't.
Not hidden source. Don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Not hidden source. This has potential, though, given how creepy the elevator mod could be, as well as Cry of Fear. So
yeah, I'm sure it'll be scary, and then to have it be multiplayer is awesome.
Friends.
Yeah, it could be really fun. So we'll definitely have to be playing. We'll play that when that comes out.
Slender's not scary because if you don't turn around, you're not going to see the guy. If you turn around, he's there. You know what's going to happen. Why do you turn around?
No, but he gets in front of you though. Like if once you collect all the pages, you have no choice. It's really hard. I watched someone actually beat the game, and you don't beat the game. He kills you anyway. So once you get 8, it's not like, oh, good job. It's like all of a sudden it like turns your camera around for you to him, and he breaks your fucking neck or whatever. It's like, and then you're dead. Yeah, it's so.
This
it's a
sounds like a
lose
game I want
lose
to
lose.
play.
Yeah.
So we, by the way, someone in chat, people who are listening to this on Wednesday, but someone in chat just mentioned Depth, and we did mention that Depth has development has stopped on Depth, which made us all very sad.
Yeah,
so
sucks.
Mini rants.
All right, so I'll let Brandon take over for this little mini rant / news section here on one worst pre-order systems ever devised.
All right, hunker down, stream. We're about to get into a Brandon rant on pre-orders. Here we go.
Brandon hates pre-orders, I think, more than anything, so this is going to be good.
Have you seen this one though?
I haven't seen this one.
It's bad.
While I'm talking about it, just open this up
all right.
in the Google Doc here. So I actually feel bad about this one too, because I made a commentary recently, and I was saying, one of the games I'm looking forward to most this year is Dishonored, and it's going to be playable at QuakeCon, because Bethesda's publishing it. So, I was looking forward to it. Thought everything was going well, and then sure enough, what comes along but the pre-order bonuses? What the one thing that can really sour the experience right before you've even gotten hands-on time with the game. So Rock Paper Shotgun had really an excellently written piece on this. just hilarious writing.
John Walker goes ham on
Yeah,
this.
so I haven't even looked to see if they've announced the US bonuses yet, but RPS is a UK site, and so they're talking about the UK pre-order bonuses. there are 4 different retailers that have 4 different pre-order bonuses. Among the things like let's see, a golden rat statue. You have if you shop at Tesco, which is a UK grocery store type place, you can get the Shadow Rat downloadable upgrade pack if that's important to you. If you want to get it from Amazon, you can get the Acrobatic Killer downloadable upgrade pack. I'm not even going to go on because this is just so ridiculous. Like,
They're
it's
all
actually
different.
as I read this, I became more and more enraged.
He did too. It's like a G chat thing too. Because I'll link him. So I'm like, dude, he's got to see this. Like as soon as I saw this article, and I could just see that like you get more erratic.
So much to the point that Brandon is actually in talks with Joss Whedon to take over the Hulk character from Mark Ruffalo and then Avengers 2. And to get into character, all Joss Whedon will have to do is read out pre-order bonuses before take.
So, no, but the crazy thing about this, and that's even more ridiculous, is like this is like a stealth assassination game, right? So, just like Deus Ex, you can play a style of total stealth or like trickery or just brute force, and each of these packs has something that makes one of those play styles better.
Yep.
So it's like, maybe I want to beat the game with, pure power, so I get it from Game Station. But then second playthrough, maybe I wanted to play with stealth. But now I don't have this ability that lets me see better through keyholes and lets me breathe longer underwater to escape. And now I don't have that, so it's hard.
Let me just say that is such pure marketing garbage. Saying that we're giving you different options so that you can buy the one tailored to your play style. Just get out of here. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You are all this is helping are the retailers, and this kind of stuff needs to go away. This is why people hate game retailers. Why would I want to buy? There's no way to get a complete experience for this game. You're missing out on something no matter where you buy it from. And that is so customer hostile. It amazes me that Bethesda of all companies would do that.
Well, this is just going to be
poor business.
It's even better for them in the long run because if you didn't pre-order it, they'll be happy to sell you all that content as DLC after the launch in 3 weeks. So the only people this really benefits is the people who aren't going to pay for the game anyway, because they'll pirate it from some torrent site with all the DLC from every pre-order and never bother with it. Like, that's it. Or you'll have to buy it as all DLC.
That's the saddest thing too, is that this is the kind of stuff that will drive people to piracy. I'm not saying it's right, but it will. And then the industry will try to use that as an excuse to do more dumb stuff. This kind of stuff is what makes people not want to buy games because they feel like they're getting ripped off no matter where they buy it from.
Yep. I love the part at the end here, John Walker writes, why does only one retailer get immunity from white rats, which I'm assuming give you a disease if they bite you, or you can't mind control them? And if I buy the game online because it's not 1998 anymore, what am I missing out on? And will I have to suffer from one less bone thing slot something? Right. Who is this helping?
Not only is it just clearly, it's confusing. I mean, he talks about it in the article. It's totally confused. He points to he's like in all caps. We haven't played the game yet. No one knows what any of this means. And then you get paranoid. You're like, well, what if I get the wrong one? What if I'm missing out on it? What if I take the underpowered downloadable pack?
Yeah.
And it's
the amazing thing is they released.
Man. That's
I
crazy.
think they actually released 4 different videos describing these different packs. How ridiculous is that? Why are you putting any marketing money? Why are you putting any money at all towards dumb schemes like this? Just make the game
Sell
better.
The damn game. Yeah. I love the first one. Have the special edition containing a fucking tarot deck. He's immediately so mad. Within the first description.
Yeah, he says fucking right at the beginning of the article.
Yeah, I said to Brandon, look, rock, paper, shotgun, just put the F word right there. We got free license.
They did it.
Can I put it back in my next article then?
Yeah, I know, right? So,
it's
a Dishonored.
It's honestly, this is, I may not buy the game solely because of this. I hate it that much. I really hate it that much.
I'll just get it on Steam and not care about the.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those games where I was excited for it to the point that I might buy it as a $50 or $60 title. Typically, as I've said before, I typically don't buy that type of game right off the bat. I'll wait until it's on sale and kind of play it at my leisure. But I was kind of considering changing that stance for this game. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I'm going to buy it on Steam sale like I do with Assassin's Creed.
Brandon's going to buy it from demonoid.com.
I don't pirate games, man. I don't buy it.
It's not pirates. I said you're going to buy it from Demonoid. You're not pirating anything. You pay your internet bill.
It's time for the KBMOD Roundtable. Get ready to discuss a topic.
So Windows 8 is coming out in the fall here, and for those of you who don't know, it sucks really bad, for one thing. It's pretty.
I'm going to take the devil's advocate on this.
Well, if you're using a tablet, it's great.
I disagree.
I think there will be features that will make it compelling for a lot of general users. For gaming, I don't think it's really going to bring anything to the table.
Yeah. So basically, Gabe Newell, who apparently isn't afraid to talk about anything,
No.
he pretty much is a catastrophe for everyone in the PC space.
Those are pretty harsh words.
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, I thought he maybe have gone a little too far. I haven't used Windows 8, but
I think
that's a strong statement.
Thank you for your opinion, then, Scott.
No, I'm just saying though. Like that's like he made the same thing. Didn't he say the PS3 was a disaster? What did he say about?
Yeah, he did. He said that it was.
He said a similar
disaster.
He said that the PS3 was like a nightmare to dev for, and they would never put their games on it. And
then they did.
Yeah, now Steam's on PS3, so
exactly. So that's why I take everything with a grain of salt. I mean,
Gaben gets all fired up.
So I think his point here is pretty well founded though, because if you look at what Microsoft is trying to do with Windows 8, I think they're going to try to sort of emulate the success of Apple's approach with the App Store curated on iOS and Macs. So when you look at that in terms of something like Steam, that's trying to play in Valve's space. And I think Gabe is a former Microsoft employee. Like that's how he got rich in the first place.
Right.
I think if there's anyone in tune with the way Microsoft is trying to do things, I think it would be Gabe. And I think the Maximum PC wrote a piece about this, saying they didn't really understand why he felt so threatened. I think Gabe is completely justified here, because it is Windows trying to control more of the experience, and that's gonna upset a lot of people. We've already seen it upset OEMs with them putting out their own tablet and stuff.
Right.
I think Microsoft is going to burn a lot of bridges trying to do the different things they want to do with Windows 8, and one of those is kind of take more control of the app.
I can't wait to log into Windows, my Games for Windows Live ID.
See, that's the thing that I think is going to negate his argument. Like, one of two things will happen. They'll launch the app market, and it will be as much of a nightmare for Windows developers as it is for Xbox developers for Xbox Live right now. Or B, they will get locked up in another one of those stupid antitrust lawsuits where it's like, well, they bundle in this gaming platform just like they bundle in Internet Explorer, and they used to bundle in Microsoft Word, and that's anti-competitive with Valve, so we're gonna sue their asses, and we'll fucking win because I'm Gabe Newell.
Well, this is. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's gonna be harder to prove something like that when they're not necessarily going to force people to go through them.
True.
But it's gonna I guarantee you it's gonna turn exactly like Apple has done, where you don't have to release things in our app store, but if you want to be kind of the official place where people feel like that's the place to get their trusted programs and stuff, I guarantee you Microsoft wants to emulate Apple's success, and you wouldn't have a platform like Valve be nearly as popular on a platform like Apple has. So I think.
Yeah, but I mean, I get that, but I still think as far as like gaming on the PC, at least in the PC realm, is people who are going to play games on PC know where they get their games. Like they're going to get them from Steam. They're going to get them from Origin if they're an idiot. But
I think the best argument here, Blizzard. Well, there's an article. Blizzard also came out and said that Windows 8 is quote not awesome. So
Blizzard is
they don't
not
like
awesome
it very
anymore.
much either. No, Blizzard's kind of in the shitter as well. But the Maximum PC article has a great point here. Microsoft has proven time and again with games for Windows Live they are completely incapable of executing in this space. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
That was honestly the most frustrating Steam purchase I made was Arkham City, because it was like, here's all your DLC, and it was like, oh, install games from Windows Live.
Oh, that was amazing.
And then launch that, and then put all your keys in, but you can't copy and paste them. You're going to need to manually type those out, but you can't do it from within the Steam window. You have to have them windowed somehow, or type them all on Notepad, and then move it, and then it's going to take 9 hours to download. So like I said previously, those 9 hours of Arkham City on my Steam, that's 1 hour of game time and 8 hours.
I love games for Windows Live because I just go on to my Xbox Live friends list and I can type instead of use a controller, and I can just troll everyone so fast. I can just spam people with hate messages, and they'll take like 5 years to come back. I can send them a
You can
paragraph.
send console messages to everybody who's online in less
It'll
than 5
take you 5 seconds. That's all it will take. Games for Windows Live is the greatest troll enabling device of all time for PC gamers.
But I mean, I think basically it doesn't really affect much until they start bundling it on pre-made PCs. But if you're a fan of KBMOD, it doesn't matter because you're going to build your own PC. So you won't have to deal with that. But I would say, personally, I would just stick with Windows 7. I mean, I don't see any reason to move up.
Yeah, I don't think Windows 7 this will really affect anything in the short term, but obviously Gabe is playing for the long term with Steam.
Right.
And so the interesting part about this is that you've already kind of seen them put their money where their mouth is, because they're hedging and starting to really take Linux seriously, and kind of looking at other platforms, and you know, the rumors were going around about them making their own console. I think Valve is probably looking to diversify a little bit from Windows, because it's clear that Microsoft wants to start making more money through kind of a more centralized approach, a more Apple-y approach.
And if that honestly could be the best thing to come out of it, is the fact that Valve is like, well, look, we're going to support Linux. Like Gabe has specifically said, I want all 2,500 games that are in my library to work on a Linux platform. That's
if
amazing.
that happens, I will never use Windows again.
I would switch to Mint tomorrow. Like, that would be the end of it. But like, as someone who used Windows 8 for almost a month with a consumer preview, just because I wanted to, like, I do support for Windows PCs.
I mean,
like, I kind of wanted to see what I was getting into. The differences between 7 and 8 are honestly, aside from Metro, negligible. The ribbon in the Explorer is a nice feature, like the fact that you can have multi-monitor taskbar without installing a third-party application, or mount ISOs without a third-party application, are all good things. But I see where he's coming from. But at a base level, it's the same operating system with a different start menu.
Oh yeah, base level. Yeah, sorry.
Based. Hex is so upset his hair fell out. Oh god, no.
We'll see. We'll see where Windows 8 takes us. I highly doubt you're going to see it on.
It's not going to be on our build guides anytime.
It'll be in all of our build guides.
Yeah, all of our build guides' copy of Windows 8 will be down there. But yeah, so we'll see. Gabe is never short on things to say. So, but yeah, you're right. He's planning for the long term. He wants to protect Steam.
That's fair.
And honestly, you know, I can't see the Windows solution competing anyway. But
and now it's time for Twitter questions with the KBMOD podcast.
Moving on to Twitter questions at 141 here of the recording. Alaska KBMOD asks, can I water cool a system with APL's tears, knowing Nick is going to stay with Jordan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was upset.
I don't know, after the trolling that occurred.
But Nick ended up staying with me Saturday night and Sunday night, so...
Did you guys hug? Did you hug when you dropped him off?
I did. He made me I dropped him off at the airport. He made me get out of the car and hug him standing up.
You know you're not supposed to get out of the car when you drop him.
But he made
Was it like a long embrace or was it a bro hug?
It was a mix. It was in between. He wanted to hold it longer than I did. So it was a mix between
That's the
both.
story of Nick Fenton's life. He wanted to hold it longer than whoever he's holding did.
Yeah. It was, wow. He just says wow in chat.
Did you question where he got that flashlight in his pocket when you hugged him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just at that point it became so common every time I touched him I didn't bring it up anymore.
The comforting feeling of a hard Nick boner
against my thighs.
All right, this next one's from Soccer Freak 27, perhaps a distant relative of Tennis Psycho. Favorite obscure Olympic sports? I guess we'll stick with, well, we can go all Olympic
Water polo.
summer.
I was going to say water polo. I was watching it the other night, and I was thinking, how do you even field a team? U.S. was playing Montenegro. How does Montenegro have a water polo team?
Dude, that's a fucking hard sport.
I love that he calls it water polo instead of water polo. Say polo, Brandon.
Polo.
Polo?
Water polo?
Look
at John. He's like,
it's water polo, not polo.
That should be a troll face icon.
It's YOLO polo.
Water polo is the #1 sport for Olympic nipple slips.
Water polo.
I watched the women's judo final today.
That I would have watched. That would have been awesome. I watched like an hour of handball, and I was like, this is like a weird basketball hockey hybrid. Well, how do you even get into this sport?
I like watching triathlon. That shit's intense.
Yeah. Badminton is legit. They hit... Oh, table tennis is also sweet.
Table tennis is great, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
a good
watching
one.
Table tennis.
I play at the office all the time. It's a sport of choice.
You play against Justin and Ernie? Good luck.
You guys should play against Penny Arcade. You should invite them. They do it on their show every year.
That's cool. Let's plug other shows while we're on the KBMOD podcast. So
Yes, also...
Thanks, dude. You're a great guy.
Thanks for coming on, Spy. Fucker.
He keeps advertising for all different things.
You guys, go over to IGN.com right now.
Got an 8.5.
IGN reviewed this podcast. We got an 8.5.
What if the entire IGN site was replaced with a giant red 8.5? It was like, that's...
And the URL just changed to 8.5.com.
This is going to ruin something, but I think KBMod 3.0 should have... This doesn't actually exist. Should have a page that's kbmod.com/IGN, and it is just that.
8.5? All right, we need to.
8.5.
Let's get that made.
Talk to Slam Farts and Perez. All right, okay, this next question, this is going to go places that I don't know if I wanted to go. But
Wait, what?
At SLFan68 asks...
Scared.
This is the creepiest question of all time.
Weirdest thing you've inserted into your body. Items into your mouth do not count.
I like that he wants it to go dirty.
Wow, yeah.
Even give us the cop out.
Ada's had her finger in my butt before.
Oh, wow.
I took a drink just as you said it, too.
That's it, I'm out.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Oh, God.
She did it to piss me off. I don't care.
Oh,
that would piss me off.
And I'd rate rate that finger banging in the butt 8.5.
So again,
Mike.
Troll Ada, yeah.
It's over.
Ada trolled you so hard.
Wow. She was just like, boop.
Your butt.
Well, Nick Fenton would win this because he's had crossfire balls. In his anus.
That.
But,
what kind of horrible board game accident has to occur?
You'll get caught up enough.
Well, it happens when you lean over top of the gun and say, "Shoot it in me." Right
Again,
up.
Things Nick Fenton says all the time.
The fact that they can't be in your mouth makes it so limited.
Yeah, I was gonna say I used to eat sand as a kid. That explains a lot.
I've had have you had saliva in your butthole? Has somebody ever given you a rim job?
No.
I've never had anus.
You should get your butt licked.
John is the most
It's pretty cool.
Podcast.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty
cool.
Not bad, bro. 8.5.
Give it an 8.5.
Nah, rim job's a 9.0.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Game of the year.
That
We're
was
talking.
considered
Will be
choice
limited
on
to surgical
Xbox.
procedures.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only thing I can think of is like catheters or enemas. Like, welcome to back surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 10 metal staples in my shoulder.
Oh wait, I can outdo all of you right now. Weird
No.
body. Here it is.
Yeah, let's see it.
God.
Oh, look at that scar.
Right there, bitches. Titanium rod and a titanium kneecap.
Holy.
All right, wins. That's win.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
Wow. You're like you're half man, half machine.
Yes.
Audio listeners are missing out or winning on your advantage.
Missing out on the.
Oh wait, no, it gets better. Hold on, wait, watch this. Wait.
Oh God.
Okay, so see this whole area right here?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna flex my calf right now.
Oh
Ready?
God. Oh.
Oh,
Oh!
God.
Dude, that's BME pain.
Oh, no.
Like shit.
No.
It's in your
I can't.
All right, if you're wondering, I will transcribe this for you. If you're wondering what that looked like, picture fucking the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's face mask on Hex's knee. There was a fucking face mask on his knee, and he flexed it, and it pulsated, and it moved.
Oh
Enjoy.
God.
Someone just like the Super Meat Boy emoticon.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was like.
Oh my God. So this next question I wanted to ask because I was like, what the fuck? So this is from at Ruben Serious. Are you being serious? Are you being?
Oh wow, I just now got that. He sent in multiple questions, and I always thought it was Ruben Serious.
Are you guys any less committed and/or passionate about KBMOD than you used to be?
That's a rough question.
More committed.
I fuck the fans more than I used to.
That's true.
Right.
And
Who doesn't?
Scott is sold out at this point, so
I mean, I never gave a shit in at all, so it doesn't really matter.
Probably an 8.5.
An 8.5.
Yeah,
I would say.
I'd give the dedication an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
I am
No,
no
no,
less
Scatman
committed or passionate. I just don't have any
94
time.
We all try to not miss podcasts. Like Scott doesn't care usually.
Yeah. Except that.
Scott's like a 6.34.
Scott is
everything
always
I know
on the
beat down.
podcast in spirit.
You can actually gauge how committed each podcast member is just by whether or not they show up on time.
That's a good point. It varies.
That's not true. I show up on time every day, and I watched for like a good 10 minutes Kate Upton's boobs bouncing on a YouTube video.
If you want to use that gauge, I am super committed on the number of times I asked Dan a week, can I be on the podcast this week?
That's not commitment, that's desperation.
That's fame seeking.
That's desperation. Yeah.
So I can't wait till
8.5.
Scott abandons KBMOD just so he can DDoS Hutch's stream so Hutch doesn't come back.
Can be the best. Get ready.
So this next question is from What the Fuck's a Narwhal. Yes, that is his Twitter
How did he
name.
get an apostrophe in his Twitter name?
He didn't. I wrote it out that way.
Never change them, Daniel.
Never, ever changed them.
You do not. You're really
Wow,
fucking
dude.
with the fans again.
It's such a good question that I had to ask it. If you could get anyone to narrate your life, who would you choose?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman is an excellent choice.
Didn't we? I thought we asked this one before. I would definitely go with the Bastion narrator.
Oh, that's a
Morgan
good
Freeman or Boxy from YouTube?
Wait, I have to look this one up.
Hi, I'm Boxy.
And can I get Siri to narrate?
I'm not gonna lie, I would get John to do it because everything John says sounds like a declarative statement. Like, everything John says it literally sounds like a fact. So I would just walk around just facting everywhere.
We know how much you love facts. Private joke. For back in the day.
I would go with Patrick Stewart or 8 Thoughts from YouTube. The Cock of Gold.
Ben, yeah.
That man has a voice.
That's the thing, though. Ben would not narrate your life. Ben would go off on his own tangents and never give a fuck about your life, and you have to hear a crazy man in your head forever.
Who talking about pornography most of the time?
I would get Sam Elliott, who is, if nobody knows who Sam Elliott is, that's the cowboy from The Big Lebowski. That is
Yes. Sam Elliott's an excellent choice.
I'm trying to think. It would be... What's the name of the guy who narrated?
Advanced UAV.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a good point with Optic Hex, because like as soon as your life's over and he dies, like it's been big Optic Hex and I'm out. Peace. That'd be an excellent way to end your life, to be honest.
For me, it would be Michael Ironside, who did the voice of Sam Fisher. He's pretty
Nice.
good.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Got a fucking
How did
voice.
you find me?
Yeah.
Or I think Christian Bale as the Batman voice, just screaming everything. Where's he at breakfast? Pop-Tarts!
I will counter that with Alex doing the Christian Bale Batman voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anytime you were waiting for anything in your life, like if you're standing in line at McDonald's, you're like, man, it's been a while. Where's my McMuffin? That's what it would be like. It would be so annoying.
Someone just said G Unit 1, 2, 3.
It's not your damn Helen.
We gotta come around the corner. Nice for the 817
816.
Oh my god.
817.
Hey,
So
Texas saying fake nuke.
This next from to Josh. What is the worst video game ending of all time, in your opinion?
Minesweeper.
Never ends
well. I'm
Solitaire.
I'm super upset about
cards explode. That's the best.
I was gonna say that's one of the best endings, actually.
And then they all fucking show up on your screen again.
Yeah.
Like, what the
You
fuck?
don't even have to click play again,
I'm
do
gonna
you?
go into the future and say the ending of Peter Molyneux's Curiosity.
Whatever.
That guy makes a good point. Helen Keller to narrate your life.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do? The impression? No, don't do it.
I almost did and stopped myself immediately. I was like, no.
Yeah,
I guess our viewership and listenership dropping about a second.
Everyone loves Helen Keller, dude.
No, good thing we're not incorporated. We can't get lawsuits launched against us.
By the way, Helen Keller was a pretty big racist, by the way. So, just thought you should know that. Her writings were extremely racist. I'm not even kidding.
So,
I've read
the worst video game ending of all time, and this pains me to say, but I've heard this because I'm in the midst of a Let's Play of this game, but I've heard the ending of Hard Reset is horrible. So, that doesn't make me happy.
How would you say that? Don't you want views, dude?
I do. Now people will go, well, now there's DLC, so maybe they...
Yeah, maybe they fixed it. Honestly, I thought, Alex is going to hate me. I was not crazy about the ending for BioShock. That is like the last game I finished where I was like really let down by the ending.
What?
I can already see Alex judging me. He's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I understand like it wasn't your favorite ending, but the fact that it was the worst ending?
See, I don't finish a lot of games. Like, worst ending of all time.
You think
I wish I played Mass
back
Effect
on the podcast? You know what happens the second this podcast is over? I G-chat Dan that you're never allowed back on.
Okay, best ending of all time, BioShock. That was the best game ever.
I'm actually gonna draft it now and press enter when this podcast.
BioShock 2's ending was better, but
I'll just say some Call of Duty. I'm sure there was one that had a terrible.
Some Call of Duty. Battlefield Bad
Call
Company
of Duty
2 had a
ending.
terrible ending. Probably no one out there that played the single player, but it had a terrible
Microsoft Flight.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
that's
crash into the
actually-
mountain. That sucks.
ending. So, that game's development cycle lasted all of 4 months. It's over. So next is Ross Geddes with a fuck, marry, kill, which we haven't had one in a while, and it's three FPS beasts: Heat On, Fantasy, or Cooler.
I'd fuck Fantasy because he's crazy. Cooler's actually a very attractive guy, so I'd marry him. And Heaton, nobody really cares about Counter-Strike anymore. But
Wow.
it's really hard to kill Heaton. Like,
Yeah,
just
he's fucking legend.
like
It is
that's the word. Like, you can't say to kill any of them. Like, Counter-Strike's dead, but he's too much of a legend. So I'm gonna have to go with fuck Fantasy, marry Cooler, marry Heaton, kill Nick Fenton.
Yes.
Going on
I
the
would marry-
board.
I would marry the legend Nixon, the guy who used to play on my Counter-Strike server. That guy was really good.
I'd marry
know any of
Wolfman,
these
the guy on
guys.
COD 4 right now. Wolfman.
I'd probably fuck Cooler, since he's an attractive man.
I'd fuck the fans, and that's it.
That's it.
That's all I got.
Since COD 4's dead, I might kill Fantasy, but that would be with much trepidation because I like him. But Hedon's nowhere to be found at this point, is he? Is he still playing anything?
He does. I think he's around. I don't know if he still plays at all, but I think he might coach or run a team or organization of some kind. It's a good question though.
Yeah.
Look into that.
So, this one's from A Crossover. Is Nick Fenton only playing StarCraft 2 to become the eventual ruler of North Korea?
Yeah, I mean, esports and new media is huge in North Korea, so definitely. Yeah.
Kim Jong Fenton.
Really open.
They're real big fans of it.
So no, I don't know why he's playing StarCraft 2 though. To be honest with you,
it's a fun game and it's really satisfying to win.
Yeah.
But it's the worst experience in the world when you lose.
It's devastating.
It's similar to League of Legends in that manner.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Nick Fenton's going to lose either way, so he might as well play something competitive.
Wow. He can win a game of StarCraft 2 to make up for being a complete failure at life.
There you
Get
go.
some more tolerance on this podcast.
Actually, Nick Fenton's totally adorable.
He is adorable. That is a good word for Nick Fenton.
He's
he drinks lots of girl drinks and gets hammered and hugs you.
Yeah.
He loves to hug.
He loves physical contact. I think he's one of those babies that was kind of neglected as he was raised. You know what I mean? Like
You've gone after Helen Keller, and now you're psychologically analyzing Nick Fenton's childhood.
No, but I don't think he was picked up much as a kid. And I think all this touching and rubbing he does on dudes is like a way of...
Wait, maybe he was inappropriately touched as a child, and now that's the only way he can cope with it is to inappropriately touch other people.
What if we're actually hitting nerves right now? I
don't think we're hitting nerves. I'm just saying.
Nick was raised by lobsters.
So we couldn't even pick him up. They were like, it's not safe, honey. Don't touch our child.
Oh my goodness. Hex died. He's dead. God.
I quit the podcast.
Last question. At Eddie J asked before rapid fire. Last question: which pet would be tougher to look after, Nick Fenton or a horse that's addicted to meth?
The horse. Nick Fenton's very easy to be around.
Yeah.
You provide him with food, video games, and strawberry daiquiris, and he's set.
You hug him once a day. He's happy.
Nick Fenton's a good guy to have around. He's very easy.
Yeah. A horse that's addicted to meth would fucking murder you, dude. Like,
sounds awful.
There's no question.
Who is enabling this horse? The horse is not making side alleyway deals.
Breaking Bad
the
season
horse is
4.
like meeting up with Heisenberg, being like, "Yo, you got some shit? You got some shit."
Horse is actually just spoonerism with his hat on, his fucking mascot.
Just imagining Nick Fenton's lobster parents. They can't pick him up because they love pets. Fucking done. Oh, Jesus.
Scott's dead.
Honey, even though we love him, we can't touch him. He'll understand one day. Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
sorry.
God, this is officially the next animated KBMOD podcast.
It might be.
I want to see.
God, Apple's Basic was in here earlier. I don't know if he's
parents as lobsters.
Oh my God. Okay, rapid fire time. Unsung Power asks, "What is your favorite Quentin Tarantino film?"
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
I'll say Kill Bill for Nick Fenton.
I was gonna say Kill Bill. Yeah, I'll go with Kill Bill. I think
Reservoir Dogs is his best movie, though.
Sukiyaki Django, but he's just in that one. Next one, Lost Woods. Walk through a massive spider web with big ass spiders all over it, or lick a homeless man's balls.
The spider web. You didn't say the spider web. The spiders were going to kill us.
Yeah, I'll go through the spider web if there's no spider.
Well, but see, you're taking that chance, though, John. You don't know.
Yeah,
I would probably rather be killed by a spider than lick a homeless man's sweat.
Big ass spiders, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah,
balls so dirty. So dirty.
No.
Going with spiders.
No.
Normally I wouldn't go with spiders, but given homeless balls.
I think I go spiders because you can run through a web.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen a homeless man who had a sign that says, "We'll let you shit on me for money."
Wow.
Hey, Nick Fenton has to earn a living somehow.
I've seen that. So if it's that dude, I'll go with the spider webs because somebody just shat on him for like $10. So no.
The thing that I don't understand, hold on.
I'm a
If you're gonna make a sign like that, why don't you start out with something a little less extreme?
Well, no.
Maybe
He
with
wasn't
tears.
making a living getting pissed on, so he had to do.
Did you
something.
poop on him?
No.
Well, I would fucking take that opportunity for $5 to poop on somebody. Come
Because-
on, dude.
What are the logistics of that?
I don't care. To poop on somebody, that is the best.
Oh my god.
Lips asks, how many boys could you boy bangs bang if you boy bangs could bang boys?
42.
As many.
42, yeah.
8.5, dude. 8.5 boys.
8.5, yeah. That's even better.
That took a lot to get through correctly. I did it, though.
That's fucking a genius question, Lamala.
Slamtarts asks, what's your favorite gaming engine?
Quake.
Probably since I've spent the most time in it, the Source engine.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Source.
I'd say Unreal 3.
Unreal 3 is good.
Bioshock.
That is the Unreal Engine.
The Bioshock.
Brandon's is Quake.
Quake, easy.
Yep. Ruthless Badger asks, are you trolling me right now?
Yes.
Yes.
You missed Jason's question too.
Oh yeah, Jason had one.
At Business WS, favorite fast food chain? Taco
Bell when I'm fucking hammered. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a fucking gourmet 10-star.
You're eating, so you're like, oh my god, this is next level.
You like those bird beaks? Hey?
Yeah.
I'd say Wendy's.
No, absolutely not.
Wow, strong.
Wow, yeah, that's a harsh reaction to Wendy's.
What happened to you at Wendy's, Brandon? What happened there?
Nothing. Well,
This
actually,
is a safe area. You can share.
actually,
Brandon was raised by 2 Wendy's. And he never got any love from the Wendy's.
Hex left. He's done. He's out.
I can't. When Scott starts to go.
Hex fell. Hex legitimately fell
Out of his chair laughing.
exactly ruffling. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Can't.
No, I've eaten a lot of Wendy's. We had a Wendy's at my.
Brandon's like right back to it. I've eaten a lot of.
No, like Wendy's was the only place on campus that was open throughout the night, and so I've had a ton of Wendy's.
I know that
Like it.
feel, bro.
My favorite fast food chain is the Dirty O.
Yes, that's an excellent choice.
Oh.
But the food I mainly got there was Old English 840s.
Honestly,
So,
this is one of the main reasons I'm jealous of Scott is that he can have In-N-Out Burger anytime he wants it, and it
And
is
so can I.
oh
Yeah,
my
it's a
god,
good
it's
job.
like Nirvana. It's
I'm telling you right now, In-N-Out is not as good as Whataburger in Texas.
Yeah, no, Whataburger.
even close.
Never had
Never been
my
to
choice.
Whataburger.
It's
Well,
not
you-
even close.
You know what, Scott? You had your chance.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I know.
I like Domino's pizza.
I gotta rub it in. I gotta rub it in because QuakeCon is this week.
I'll rub something in you when you come to PAX Prime, okay? Don't worry.
well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for this week. Make sure to check out the podcast next week. YouTuber All Sham No Wow Mark will be joining us on the podcast next week.
Mark's laugh
Yes.
is contagious.
Yes, Mark's laugh is amazing. We have a new video up today, Eat My Addiction, and Alex answering some of your Twitter questions. Go check it out at YouTube.
Let me shout out this. I got to remember this while we have.
KBMOD Gaming. Go ahead.
So the new series that we're going to be doing on the KBMOD channel is we're going to be doing a top 5 series with all of its different KBMOD contributors casting it, whatever, or to voicing over for it. So, and it's all games. All games. So it's going to be, it could be anything crazy from any game. I don't know. Do we have an email set up yet, Dan, or not? Because I'll wait on that.
Community@kbmod.com. That's probably your best bet. Community@kbmod.com. It's not one that we've aggressively sent out as a contact before. Make sure to put the subject something like KBMod Top 5. That would be good.
And please, with timestamps, upload it to a Z-Share or some fucking file
Mediafire. Your personal Dropbox with a public link.
Whatever.
Download link. Put your Twitter handle or YouTube channel if you have it, so we can put it in the description.
Your MySpace page.
Your live journal.
Just to flesh this out even a little more, it can be anything. So if it's a funny World of Warcraft clip, send it in.
Great solitaire match.
If it's 87 headshots in a row, send it in.
It could be aggressive sniping gameplay.
No console gameplay, idiots.
Not gameplay though. Yeah, it's a clip. So don't send me a 50-1-0 Armada Blacklight game. Okay.
Zero Armada will never get on there.
No, you're never.
Also, don't send Scott full commentaries, like 7-minute commentaries.
Just a clip. Just a clip. It can be anything.
So, Funny DayZ vids, totally game. So, make sure to check that out. We'll be starting that up soon. We want lots and lots of clips.
We love Brink clips. Yes, Brink clips, absolutely.
YouTube.com/KBModGaming. Go subscribe.
YouTube.com/KBModGaming. Twitter.com/KBModGaming.
Yes.
Facebook.com/KBMod. KBMod.com. The Steam group. KBMod. Meatspin.org. That's my personal blog. And make sure to check it out. And that's it for episode 53, guys. All Sham No Wow next week. Make sure to check it out. We will see you then.
One last thing. If you're going to by chance be at QuakeCon, we'll be there, and we may have a banner or something up, but if you're going to be there or if you're going to be around, tweet me and we'll meet up.
MEAT.
Wow, that does not at all sound sexual. But yeah, tweet Brandon.
So there you go, guys. Thank you very much.
You're a vegan. Brandon's looking forward to